What's going on, guys? Today, I'm going to tell you how I lost money. I lost it all. And I think it's a good thing to talk about these things because, again, anyone watching this, maybe slightly younger, hopefully you're, learning this kind of thing now and not like when you're in your 40s. But, hopefully, again, just sharing a life experience to probably mess up the quote that Edison said, something along the lines of, I didn't fail 1,000 times at making the light bulb. I found 1,000 ways how not to make a light bulb, something along those lines. So I'm going to tell this story and I'm going to kind of leave out some details, kind of like where I was in life at this time. And then at the end, I'll kind of fill it in and we'll kind of talk a little bit more. So I'm going to leave a little bit of details out at the beginning and we'll fill it all in at the end. We'll have a nice little chat, right? And again, this isn't going to be about how I lost money with Pokemon, but you could literally take this story and like plug in Pokemon, and I guarantee you that you have either experienced this, somebody you know has experienced this, or something along these lines, and we'll go later. Okay, so the story is, so this would have been me probably 23. I probably was 23 at the time. And I was in California, living out in California. And basically something had happened, like some sort of event that would come. I don't want to get try not to get demonetized, even though I'm not monetized. There was an event that had occurred that basically cop body cams were essentially, the tip was I was in a group of Discord with guys, and the stock tip was, hey, body cams are gonna be, there's gonna be this law that gets passed, and body cams are gonna be mandatory, all this stuff, and that there's this body cam company. I don't even remember the stock ticker, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure you can go find it. Maybe AEX. I don't even know. Don't. Anyway. But anyway, it was just yo, this body cam thing, it's gonna blow up. Get in now while you can. This is the next big thing. And so, me and my buddies were like, yeah, dude, we're in, right? So I'm not even joking, guys. I take everything I have and I put it into this company. And so it's going up. It's just it's not that we bought it as if it was pumping, right? I was part of the pump, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. We're just printing money. This is crazy. Right? This is I'm making more money than I've ever, this is nuts. And so, and this is, it's a couple $1,000s, okay? It's a couple $1,000s. It's not much. And so it's growing and growing, and I'm like, I gotta get more in this, right? And so I know at the time that this is all on Robinhood, and I know that Robinhood can overdraft my bank account. And I know I'm basically getting paid in 4 or 5 days. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna overdraft my account from Robinhood so I can buy more stocks. And by the time I get paid, it'll pump so much that I'll be able to basically replace it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. Stop, timeout, freeze. How many of you degens, how many of you have done the same thing? I know, now again, this was 6 years ago. But I know, again, we'll talk about this later, but I know some of you degens are already oh shit, I've been here before, right? Okay. So it's just, I pull out even more money. Boom, put it in. It's going great. Again, keep in mind, this is my first time basically ever interacting with Robinhood. This is before GameStop. This is 2-3 years before GameStop and all that nonsense. So, I'm just I basically think that I'm I'm basically a business tycoon. Don't you know that I basically have a financial degree now because I basically put my chips on one of the numbers and it hit. And I think too, just a little side tangent, that's 100% what happens to a lot of younger people, or really anybody who maybe doesn't have a lot of money, a lot of inexperience with just finances in general. And you kind of hit big on it's a straight gamble, right? Essentially. And then you kind of get this feeling of and I'm sure this happens too to a lot of options. I never got into that options thing because my whole thing was with options. I was I'd rather just go gamble. That's straight up gambling. I'm just going to go gamble. But I think that's what happens, right? Like you hit one options trade and you think that you're just like big brain McGee, right? And you just go on this next level kind of thing, right? And then what happens, right? So I think I'm big bad Mr. McGee. I'm just like the financial guru. And one of the guy who actually gave the tip or something, I can't remember who, but someone was like, yeah, you should probably start taking profits or whatever. I'm like, dude, taking profits? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're going to the moon, baby. Like, what are you talking about? And, long story short, essentially wake up the next 3 days later, the next morning, and it's all gone. It's all just like someone dumped it. It like was the old pump and dump, whatever you want to call it. Essentially, everything was gone. And, yeah. And I said, gosh darn. And next thing you know, my paycheck comes. It all goes to Robinhood. I'm over, and then now I'm just sitting there with no money, looking like a dang fool. Ain't that life? Now, again, it's okay that happened as long as we learn from our mistakes, right? Now, also, what's the caveat to this story? The caveat is that I was 23, living in California with some sugar mama who just inherited her dead father's house with basically zero bills or responsibility, right? The problem is when you do that, when you're like in your late 30s, early 40s, or whatever age, and you have like kids, bills, responsibilities, right? So it's okay to mess up and kind of do these kind of dumb things as long as you're in a position to do that kind of thing. And as long as you learn from it, right? And so again, the most important thing, and I talked about this in the last video again too, is, and again, you can say, I'm quoting Rudy, I'm quoting old wise men, whatever. The most important thing isn't how much money you can make. It's how much can you lose. And the problem a lot of times is you see people, and it's the exact same story I just told you, except it's some guy with a kid and family, and now he has to explain to his wife why he needs her, or they need to use the credit card to pay the bills that month. You know what I mean? Like, there's a time and a place for everything. And like, I want younger people to go out and do these dumb things, but you need to learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. I can tell you right now, I never did that again, ever. It was again, some people would be like bitter, jaded. They'd say, "Oh, and maybe next time I'll sell sooner next time." Da, 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 da. It's like, okay, it's just like chill. Like maybe let's not all like, and again, this is what I can tell you from somebody who's been there. The reason you see these upset people, it's not because the subject and matter at hand is actually upsetting them. It's the fact that they are struggling, that it's the fact they're just upset in life. And that's just a kind of a catalyst that kind of makes it explode for them, right? I've already brought this before. It's like anytime someone explodes, like when you're playing a game or something, and some guy just rages, it's probably not the game exactly that made him rage, right? It's probably life. There's probably like 1,000 things that are on this guy's mind in life, and it's finally like the thing that just makes him snap, right? So again, a lot of times when you see people getting mad at scalpers or any of that thing, it's more so them frustrated at the fact that they don't have the fun. They're just frustrated with life, right? They're just angry. They're just So, man, a lot of hand motions today. Again, guys, there's a time and a place for everything. I wish everybody the best of luck. And again, I'm not one of the doomsday guys. I'm not sell everything. I haven't sold a single Pokemon booster box. Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, all of that stuff, Chilling Reign, Astral Radiance, I didn't sell a single box when all that, I still haven't sold a single one. It's not that I don't believe in it. It's the fact that there are cycles. And right now, is what I would deem, again, it's not a bad time. It's just a slightly riskier time. It's a little bit riskier. That's all I'm saying. And I'll end it with this. I don't want to put on. I had a phone call with someone, and again, it was just someone new who's texted me. Oh, I heard you're doing. Can I talk to you about da 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 da? And I had an honest conversation with him, and he just basically was like, yeah, you know, I've been hearing a lot of people. Everyone's like kind of getting pessimistic like you, and it's like, bro, I'm not pessimistic. I'm realistic. Have a good one, guys.